Hi everyone, it's Aunt Fernita. Today's story is called The Unknown God. Today's message is I serve God when I tell others about Him. The memory verse is from Acts chapter 17, verse 27. It says, God is not far from each of us. Have you ever pretended that you didn't hear your mom the first time she calls you? Sometimes we pretend that we can't hear someone, especially if they want us to do something we don't want to do. A long time ago, Paul tried to tell some people about the good news of Jesus, but many of them did not want to listen. Thank you so much for traveling with me to Athens, Paul said to his friends visiting from the city of Berea. These people had just recently learned about Jesus. They had followed Paul to Athens so he could teach them more as they traveled. Please send Silas and Timothy this way just as soon as you can. Paul waved goodbye as his friends left to go back home to Berea. Paul was lonely in Athens. There didn't seem to be a single person who knew about or believed in Jesus. Dear God, Paul may have prayed, please show me how to share your love with the people of this city. Beautiful statues and buildings and artwork surrounded the people of Athens. Expensive temples filled with all kinds of idols seemed to be everywhere. Athens was known as a city overflowing with intelligent people. But as Paul walked around, he felt sorry for them. They thought they knew so much, but they really didn't know the most important thing. They didn't know about Jesus. Paul soon began talking to people, and his words made people think and ask questions. They wanted to hear what he had to say about Jesus. One day, someone invited Paul to speak at the Areopagus on top of Mars Hill. The Areopagus was a special place where philosophers met to talk and listen to the latest ideas. Such men were considered to be very intelligent and wise. It was an honor to be invited to speak there. Friends, Paul began, I can see that you are very religious. Everywhere I look, I see statues and altars to different gods. On one statue, I noticed the words, to an unknown God. I'm here today to tell you about Him. The true God of heaven made the world and everything in it. It is God in heaven who gives life and breath to everyone. As he continued speaking, many of the people listened carefully. Then Paul told them about the resurrection of Jesus. Some of the people said, You're crazy. This is just a bunch of nonsense. But there were a few who said, We want to hear more. Not very many people in the city of Athens believed in Jesus. They thought their own wisdom was better than God's wisdom. But there were some who became Christians. Dionysius, an important man in the city government, and a woman named Damaris chose to follow Jesus. Paul was able to talk boldly to the intelligent people of Athens because he knew God himself. What can you do to get to know Jesus better? Do you really want to know Jesus so you can tell others about Him?
This podcast is read by Fernita Buddy for Gracelink.net. Created and produced by Falvo Fowler. Post-produced by Faith Toe at Studio El Piso. The theme music is by Clayton Kinney. Animation and artwork by Giogo Godoy. The audio engineer was Karel Holness. For more information, please visit Gracelink.net.